everyone here. This is a big crowd. So the time is yes, it's still 6:30 p.m. So I'm going to call this meeting to order. It's 6:30 p.m. on this Tuesday, September 13th, 2016. Would you please stand for invocation? Let us do it. Heavenly Father, we thank you, we praise you for the grace that you show us each and every day. And, oh Lord, there are many of us here this evening wishing to work out things regarding government of our community. And many will disagree, but Lord, we pray that you'll grant us all the wisdom to stay calm and to work together and to try to resolve these things in accordance with your will. In Christ's precious name we pray.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the people of Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you very much. The first thing we want to get into is citizens' communications. Now one of the items that should have been on the agenda tonight, I will tell you is not. And that is the property that's on South Main that's in dispute, the variance is in dispute. But still, we want to discuss it. So what I would like to do, because there may be many here who are expecting it to be on the agenda, it's not really going to be on the agenda. The council won't be able to take action. But what I'd like to do, for anyone who wants to speak on that matter, on that issue, regarding the zero lot line homes on South Main, I would like to make them public communications. Now, you may not have filled out a form for public communication, but if you want to step up and talk, I'll put your name on the form. And each and every public communication that's 3 minutes to say what they want to say. Now, I have several here that are filled out, so we'll start with those. And Mr. Patrick Flynn.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm here to talk about the ball roll today. As y'all hopefully know, coming up in a week from Saturday.
You can stand any way you want. I don't know.
Because it really is for you guys. I think all y'all hopefully know about this by now. So ball roll is coming up September 24th. It's going to be from 10 to 5 p.m. And those of you who live in the community know where it's going to be. There's going to be a car show. This will be from 10 to 2. Rick Mustard is handling that. So if anyone has a classic car or knows somebody who's interested in participating in that, please contact him or the chamber. Scarecrow Parade is going to be at 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. And Judy Womack is helping us out with that. So please contact her if anybody's interested in throwing on a Scarecrow outfit. And participating, I think our mayor will probably be doing that. Maybe not, I don't know. So it's going to be a great event. There's going to be lots of vendors, lots of crafts, great food. There's a kids zone for kids, family friendly. The museum's going to be open. I encourage you all to stop by there and see all the history that we have here in Van Alstyne. And there's going to be live music featuring Buffalo Ruckus. Those of you who saw him over at Music Park. It was a great show. And then many of you all probably know, and if you don't, Robbie White is the local here, and he's on the radio, and he's going to be our headliner. So it'd be great to go out and support. We're looking forward to seeing y'all there.
Next we have Mayor Teddy Ann Salmon.
I've been asked for a number on the agenda.
Yes, number 17. Okay, so you just want to present.
I would like to present it at that time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And next is Ms. Suzanne Proud.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about what happened, I guess, at the last meeting. And I specifically wanted to say thank you, at least, for putting the rules of decorum. And now they're very specific. But I did want to say shame on council, because to some extent, I think is somewhat nervy to point and scold folks that at the last minute, at the last meeting, weren't actually given procedures of how things are supposed to be conducted. I really think that's a leadership problem, and I think getting us to work together by putting in both the newspaper, newsletters, and prayers about wanting to penalize those of us who wanted to speak our voice, I think is not really a good way of trying to work with all of us. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that I think in our specific case, because you've addressed what you'll do to us if we do this again, I think the thing you haven't addressed is what are you doing to make sure that when something happens like what happened to us last time, which was we weren't given proper notice, okay? So we were upset. We weren't given the notice. The gentleman shouldn't have been allowed to speak, as I believe the city attorney said. What are you doing to make sure that when notice isn't given, that the person isn't allowed to present? Because by him being able to present, that actually denies us our rights to it. So I think the second part of what you owed us on this decorum was to tell us what you learned last time and how you're going to make sure that whenever you've got these things through part of public notice, either state to us that you did it or no, because it never, ever should have come up last time. And I think you owe us a little bit of correction to say, here's what we've learned, here's our policy, here's what we'll do to make sure next time we don't do that again before you send in a lot of papers. So I would appreciate that.
And next is Tiffany Palmer.
Before I start, I'd like to hand these out to you guys, if that's okay. I've never done anything like this before, so it's a little scary for me, so just bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen of the council, I'm requesting that the city council review and take immediate action regarding the closing of my shop, Upholstery Girl, in downtown Van Alstyne. I have asked planning and zoning to take into consideration the addition of a business definition for reupholstery and furniture repair. Appendix 3 currently only identifies cabinet and upholstery, which is a manufacturing type of business. My reupholstery business has been incorrectly identified as cabinet and upholstery and would be better defined as furniture reupholstery and repair, as per the letter I sent to planning and zoning. I feel the situation could have been avoided altogether and was a blatant act of retaliation by the city manager. Before the city manager arbitrarily closed down Upholstery Girl, he should have taken the following into account, including the best interest of the city of Van Alstyne. It is my opinion that there should be some form of protocol that should be followed before one man can decide to shut down a business in the city of Van Alstyne. As a result, the city of Van Alstyne has failed not only myself, but the entire town of Van Alstyne. They failed to help me fight to keep a thriving, beautiful, and artistic shop open in the downtown area, an area that desperately needs a shop like mine. Some of those steps that should have been taken before the closing of my business and threatening heavy fines would be confer with the mayor, city council, and the city lawyer in this matter, and together they should have weighed their options. Discuss the ramifications of closing a business 3 weeks before the town's fall festival. Given the business at least 30 days to present her case. Do some research to see if in fact the business owner is correct in her explanations. Decide if the classification was realistic based on the fact that the same business had a valid certificate of occupancy on another building in the exact same zoning district. Communicate with the business owner in a non-confrontational manner to diffuse any misconceptions. I believe that none of this was done because I believe that none of this was done because had it been, it would have meant that the city manager would have to admit that he had in fact issued a CO for the same business in the zone previously. As a result,
Ms. Cole, I'm sorry, Ms. Cole. I'll let you go on for a while, but you're past your 3 minutes, so we can be concise, please.
as a result of one man's ego, his refusal to go to his superiors for guidance, his lack of actual managerial skills, inability or desire to investigate the laws and industry codes defined by the U.S. Department of Labor, and inability to diffuse the situation before it escalated into my business being shut down. Once Upholstery Girl is back open for business, I plan to advocate to put a set of stipulations in place to keep one man from having sole power to close a business. In closing, I ask that this situation be remedied immediately, that my application for a certificate of occupancy be approved based on my research from the U.S. Department of Labor and the fact that there was a previous CO for my
Ms. Crum,
business.
I'm sorry, everybody else is only going to get 2 minutes. That sounds like a good place to stop. I think you made your point. Move on.
I didn't
Thank
think.
you. Next is Ms. Amelia Johns, our city.
Along with my business partner, Alstyne, I own the building where Upholstery Girl is located. It's a thriving business that's not only been very positive downtown, it's also been good for our business, Summit Mercantile. As a result of this, we've had this closing of her business, which was done within just overnight with very little explanation or very little amount of time for us to look at legal ramifications and also address the legality of the city CO in general. Now, Summit Mercantile has a CO. We're a retail business. We were told that we couldn't just embrace Upholstery Girl under our CO. We all tried to do the best that we could as quickly as we could. We had no time. This young lady's business has been closed down. She's losing customers. We've lost customers. People are not happy about it. We're getting phone calls, and the city attorney, I believe, can look at the documents that have been presented to you and see that this can be taken care of by the city council making this decision without some unreasonable 1 month or 2 months, because that's going to be the end of her business. And like I said, it's hurting our business too. Please consider immediately, by the end of the week, if not sooner, letting her reopen this business. Thank you.
Next is Mr. Paul Lewis.
Mayor and Council, I have a really brief statement, just so I want to get further into this exact situation. I just really want to address City Hall's lack of green line governance in the essential business district. I think that the recent eviction of 2 established downtown businesses, its gray area rezoning and special use this permit that, it's a disgrace, honestly. Multiple businesses have left Van Alstyne recently. Many more are actually in the process of moving because they're unable to expand based off of ordinances that are currently in place, whether they be rock, masonry, whatever. You can either put up red tape or you can roll out the red carpet. It's your choice.
Now, at this time, those are all that I have. However, if anyone wants to address the issue, especially of the property on South Main, the rezoning of that, I'll put your name on the form. If you care to come up and speak about it, is there anyone here that wants to talk about that issue? I'm sorry?
I have something I want to add to follow the law. Can I speak?
Sure.
The museum will be open, and to those of you who are not aware, we have been given a gift of over 100 feet sacks from the Taylor Grant Company, and we will help them sell that day. And the proceeds go to keep our museum open, that is run strictly by our volunteers. So you're invited, come and buy something. Thank you.
Once again, is there anyone that wants to talk about the property on South Main? It's, the issue is the rezoning of that zero lot line housing.
If I may, one thing about that specifically that I know from my research with dealers who own that place, is they work really hard to make that area of town designated historic district. That's all.
If you care to come up, you sure have that. No one, we're going to move on with the rest of the agenda. All right, and the first public hearing is conduct a public hearing. And this is item number 5. Conduct a public hearing regarding the City of Van Alstyne's intent to modify utility rates effective September 15th of 2016. Anyone have any questions or comments? This is a public hearing. I see no hand. Second call, comments or questions? Third call, for any comments or questions regarding item number 5. Seeing no hands, we're going to move on to item number 6. And that is conduct a public hearing to hear comments for or against the proposed 2016 tax rate for the City of Van Alstyne, and announcement of date, time, and place of meetings to vote on the tax rate. Just, dates. September 19th at 5 p.m. is the next public hearing at the community center. That is to adopt those tax rates. Comments or questions? See no hands. Second call. Comments or questions on that issue? Third and final call. See no hands. So we move on with the consent agenda. Now, one of these, two of these items. Okay, I'm sorry, I skipped over. Item number 7 on the public hearings agenda. Conduct a public hearing to hear comments for or against the proposed fiscal year 2016-2017 City of Van Alstyne operating budget. Are there any comments or questions about that? See no hands. Second call. Comments or questions on item number 7. And third and final call for comments or questions. Seeing no hands, we move on to the consent agenda. Item number 8. Now, some of these items are, I think are, we're pretty sure are going to come off the consent agenda and go to the regular agenda. But I'll begin reading these. Item number 8 is consider and take any action necessary regarding passage of an ordinance amending the City of Van Alstyne's Code of Ordinances, Section 2-183, regarding utility rates and charges. Item number 9, consider and take any action necessary regarding the resolution authorizing the city manager to sign an agreement with the Texoma Council of Governments, TCOG, for GIS 911, for instance, database maintenance and accounting. Item number 10, consider and take any action necessary regarding authorizing the mayor to sign a resolution requesting FM 121 police closure authorization from Textile for the September 24th, 2016 fall draw. And I'm going to skip over item number 11, and I'm going to skip over item number 12, those are not on the consent agenda. Instead, those will be talked about on the regular agenda. But item number 13 is considering taking the action necessary regarding hiring an Economic Development Corporation Director and the city entering into an interlocal agreement with EDC related to items such as funding, duties, and supervising such position. And that is all for the consent agenda. And so, do I have a motion to remove items first, numbers 11 and 12 from the consent agenda? Motion. And a second. Second. All in favor of removing those two items from the consent agenda? So those two are removed. And as to the rest of the consent agenda, is there a motion regarding these agenda items?
I'd like to consider removing number 13.
All right. So number 13 will be moved to the regular agenda. As to the rest, do I have a motion?
I have a motion to include this in the consent agenda.
Is there a second? I have a second. All in favor? It's unanimous. And so items number 11, 12, and 13 are going to move to the regular agenda. Item number 11 is to consider and take any action necessary regarding a request by the city of Toledo to approve early termination of the EMS service agreement. And is Mayor Sherry Howard here?
I just wanted to start this conversation off by saying, we've had nothing but excellent service in Alstyne EMS. This is purely a budget call. Right before Frank had sent me the contract for this year, the following day, I had my right EMS come meet me in the office. They gave me an offer I could not refuse. I mean, really. And I'm sure you already know what that offer was. I went and met with Frank, we discussed it. He asked me to send you a letter. I did. And I know White Ride is really closer to Tom Bay, and they can get there quicker, as we all know. Van Alstyne has been good, but White Ride can get to us quicker if they need business. Probably more than Van Alstyne does right now. So we're requesting, I know we have to give a 90-day notice to get out of the contract, but when I met with Frank, I wanted to know if I could get out of it early and start October 1st, new fiscal year, with White Ride units. With my budget of $0, which is worse than me. I did all I could if I could get. But anyway, I am requesting that you honor my request.
We did receive the letter. I'm sure. And he's going to have a motion. Or is there any further discussion on this issue?
Any question?
Yes.
Why do they do this?
I think they need the business. Because right now, all they take care of is White Ride. And as you know, they don't get a lot of revenue just out of the White Ride zone. So I see it from their standpoint.
Are they offering, are they setting up an after 3 years, they have to sign a contract with?
I'm going to sign a contract with them, yes, right now for $0 for this year.
Okay, but then
And
you
I've
don't
already
have to
got-
agree to keep their service after the 3 years is free.
I've got it for the next 4 years for a set amount, which is what I had with White Ride probably 6 years ago. Before they doubled it. And that's when I came to Frank, and I begged him to take on our business. He was very, very generous, and
on that amount that we had budgeted, so like I said, Alstyne's been good to so I have no complaints. Strictly budget.
I'll make a motion. All right. Motion to accept or approve the early termination. Yes. Second. We have a second. All in favor? It is unanimous.
Thank you. I appreciate you for letting us out of the contract and carrying out because we don't have revenue. Every little dollar is needed in our city.
Really wants to look like an offering.
That's right. That's right. When you tell me $0, I drop the call.
But it's not the price.
Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. Now, item number 12, I will read this, but we're not going to be able to consider it. Consider and take any action necessary regarding establishing an extraterritorial jurisdictional boundary with the city of Weston. Looking at the map, studying it very closely, we don't right now have a common boundary to be established because Anna is in between. So we're going to have to pass on this one. Do something else. Item number 13, consider and take any action necessary regarding hiring an Economic Development Corporation director and the city entering into an interlocal agreement with the VAEC, Economic Development Corporation. Related items such as funding, duties, and supervising such position. Does anyone have any presentation? We received the literature. Okay, well, it's a pretty much a contract between the EDC and the city. They're going to have an employee in common. And the EDC director, yes, and it will be employed by the city. But, pardon me?
You said
He or she, I'm sorry. I don't know. You're right. I refer to the species. That's I'm sorry. But anyway, the EDC will be reimbursing the city for salary and benefits. So that's the way that's going.
Is there any designation of how much time a person will do work with the city at this time? Who will control that?
I'll speak on that.
Sure.
The director will be solely responsible for directing the EDC. Their time will be spent 100% in that role. So that is what it is for. You're strictly moving to have the city position, be able to have city benefits at a lower cost, and then also have a full-time manager versus having the individuals from the EDC who will be appointed and they move in and out. There will be a consistent person managing that individual to make sure they stay on task.
Okay, well, the hiring and firing, will be controlled by both of you together?
The city.
The city?
Yes, there will be recommendations that can be done, but it is solely responsible for the city employee.
Okay. Has legal already looked at all of it?
Yes, there's a full contract that's been done, there's a proposal in, and everything's been taken care of.
It's my understanding that this move is for the benefit to be able to hire somebody that is their professional expertise is to help bring in businesses. Correct. To grow our businesses in our county.
Yes, that is correct. That individual will be a salesperson, but their full-time job will be approaching businesses, searching avenues to be able to bring better businesses forward. Because as I believe you all know, the industrial businesses or large businesses bring in more revenue than homes or any other position that you can bring in with money. So whenever you bring in an industrial account, they bring more revenue for the city. And that takes a full-time professional person, I believe, from what I've seen. We've had discussions with other EDCs that do have those individuals in place, and they are the ones that are firing. So it would be a full-time job to research and search out companies to move to our.
city.
Correct. The EDC will be involved in discussions with hiring that person, but it will be the city's responsibility to hire for this. Because you're going to be in a situation where there'll be more vetting of that individual versus what you would have with the EDC itself. So you're going to have that part of the city process.
They be an employee that's eligible for overtime and that kind of stuff.
Say that again, please.
Eligible for overtime, and they be.
It's a salary position, is what it is. Yes.
Well, I just want to be sure, the city and the EDC, although they work together, they're two separate organizations. And I think I've discussed this before, there's not a conflict of interest in having a common employee working for both. That's legal.
Not legally, there's not.
Well, I just want to make sure that they're doing a good job, or if it's to the EDC satisfaction. Then I just want to make sure that everything's in conjunction. The city either cannot fire the person for whatever reason, or if the EDC wants that person removed, then they will remove it. I just want to make sure there's no conflict.
From what I've seen in the past, almost 2 years, not quite 2 years in the position with the EDC, both Frank and Larry are at the meetings fairly regularly, or give us input, help us. There is a good working relationship, and I believe that was in place prior to being approved. So I do not see an issue.
I see some hands from the public. However, we moved on to the regular agenda, and so this is for the council's consideration. Not the public comment this time, or past that time.
That we approve your request to an agreement.
We have a motion, is there a second? Second. And a second, all in favor?
Thank you very much.
Motion is 4 in favor, 5 in favor, one opposed. One opposed. Okay. 4 in favor, 1 opposed, motion carries. The next item is item number 14. Consider and take any action necessary regarding an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2016-2017 City of Van Alstyne operating budget. And this has to be a record vote, so I'll be asking one at a time. But are there any questions or comments? I know we've all been over this budget, but are there any questions or comments from the council? Motion.
I'll make the motion that we adopt
All right, we have a motion to adopt the 2016-2017 Van Alstyne operating budget. Oh, that's right. Oh, pardon me. I forgot what I just said. And so, it's closed. Well, I guess not. Ask for we need a motion in a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, then we have a motion. Mr. Ellis made the motion, but we have a second. We have a second. And so,
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
And Mr. Clayton?
Yes.
All right, it is unanimous. So that passes. Item number 15, consider and take any action to ratify the property tax increase reflected in the 2016-2017 City of Van Alstyne operating budget. I will say, there was not there's no increase in the rate. But the city, the reason we have to put this to voters is because of the road of the city. And also maybe some, side of some of the city, more money from property taxes than it did. So it's actually voting on, there's no rate. So I don't know, questions or comments on the side? We have a motion.
Just as a reminder, there's a recommended motion with some precise language in the staff report.
Anyone who cares to make a motion? Anyone wants to make a motion?
Move to ratify that the 2016-2017 budget requires raising more revenue from property taxes than last year's.
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor? It is unanimous, so that passes. Now to item number 16. Presentation of a fund donation to Keith Van Alstyne Jr. from Public Services. Pardon? Well, I can't cash it. Just past President, there we have very successful President. Accepting. Item number 17, consider and take any action necessary regarding a request from the Parks and Recreation Board to improve pursuit of a Veterans Memorial at the Van Alstyne City Park North. Secretary Anselmo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. With your permission, I would like to make my presentation this year, because it's not just for the council, it is for everyone who is here tonight. For the record, my name is Teddy Anselmo, and I'm the chairman for the Parks and Recreation Board. And in June, before June, we had discussed this, and I had brought it up before, but now we have made it official. So in June, a memorial project presentation was made and presented to the Park Board, and it was accepted. Next, this was presented with the project budget wish list to the CDC. And then at the August board meeting, Kanina Larkin, who is the CDC Secretary in Florida, the Park Board, that this was not granted as presented. But as the project moved forward, the board could request financial assistance for individual projects. I'm not sure how this affects the budget, but that's your problem. The Park Board approved a motion that this be taken before the City Council. We don't want to do work on a project that the City Council is not aware of, nor have they given their stamp of approval. As you know, by the background information that was included in your packet, this is the east portion of the North Park, which is by Highway 5. This is what we're talking about right here in the park. It is actually the Van Alstyne City Park, but unless you've been here 100 years, you won't remember that. So we just refer to it as the North Park, since we've gone to south and east and west. That seems okay. But that park was dedicated with a memorial pine grove in 1976. So it already has a memorial dedication to it. And since that time, little has been done to change that park. The city has done this planned concept, but it's never been incorporated, it's never been approved by the council. So it's still up for change, I assume. A brief outline of what's been done before is what I would like to bring you up to date. We've already researched some areas. Every town in Grayson County, and there are 15, we contacted every one of them to see about their Veterans Memorial. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Tom B? 3 of them had small general memorials. Tom Bean has a bench. Whitesboro has something small under the flag, but they don't know what that is in City Hall. Alstyne has a podium in the cemetery. 2 towns, Sherman and Denison, have a memorial with individual names listed for every war. I am sure that you recognize the importance of our veterans. And the best we can do is individually recognize those who have given their lives for our country. This memorial would do that. Pictures have been made of all of the memorials, and this in Grayson County, and we have also taken pictures of other memorials in other counties so that we can do that. Also discussed was a memorial post. A memorial post in that same area, but it's an entirely different theme. And because this is something, often loved ones are taken away from us unexpectedly. Our children in accidents, and families would like to do something in remembrance of them. And presently, the only thing that's being considered is a bench. And to tell you the truth, you can just do so many benches. So what we would like to propose also with this is a memorial post. And it would serve that need, because that is where those names would be placed, and they would be in memory forever, not just in the person's heart, but for all of the town. So the bottom line is this: the park board only exists in an advisory capacity. So that is why I'm here tonight, and we feel that we need council's approval to adopt this memorial project and move forward. Does council have any questions regarding this? No? Okay. Billy, you don't have a question? I have served with Billy many years, and I have never known him to be speechless.
Okay, what out to where it would be?
It will be right here. All of this right here, from
That's
Highway 5 up to
Boy
the
Scout?
Scout Hut. Yes.
Okay, so that's out in front of the Boy Scout thing where the.
No, the
circle-
Boy Scouts still have all of that.
Yeah, but I mean where the, that's Curve Road was, the picnic table.
We were, well,
That was in that area, I think.
that was in that area.
When will, so if we give you
Permission
direction to
to,
go,
Uh-huh.
then you will turn around and produce to us a facsimile of what, I mean, something that'll
Oh.
give us what it looked like.
Mr. Plain, we're going to become in compliance with the Park Ordinance, Chapter 30. We're going to perform a long-range plan for your park here in Alstyne, and we will certainly, I can't give you a timeline, but we will certainly be working on this project.
Okay, do you need money to board money?
I'm sure we will. I don't know anything that doesn't need money. So, but as I say, we did apply for money.
Okay,
But that did not come about, because first, we don't want to do something you don't know about. We want to have the support of the council in this project. So we're going one step at a time, and this is step number 1, is that you give us your consent for us to pursue this project and do it, start now. We're ready.
okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
all of our hearts and concern for veterans. And I just want to say that I think this has been very worthy in regard to that. The very first thing that I did when I came to that Alstyne, with all the number of years, the very first one was a prayer group for our young servicemen and women that were serving overseas. And my father's military, 2 son-in-laws in the military, my grandfather was, my stepfather was. I come from a very strong military background, and I was going to say it's something very positive and positive.
We have a motion to allow the Parks and Rec Board to pursue this favor. Motion, we have a second. Second. All in favor? We have 4 votes in favor.
Abstain on one part.
One abstain. And so the motion passes. Now, we have items 18 and 19, Julie, that are going to come off and go into executive session. Shall I go ahead and read the items as they are on the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Keep in mind, these next two, we will be discussing them now here. Council will not take these into executive session. But item number 18 is consider, provide direction, and take any action necessary regarding passage of the ordinance amending and repealing ordinance number 776 to clarify procedures and regulations for the towing rotation list system. And item number 19, also going into executive session, consider, provide direction, and take any action necessary regarding passage of the ordinance repealing ordinance number 777 and amending the city fee schedule adopted by section 2-183 of the Code of Ordinance to adopt tow truck permit application fees and set maximum fees for non-consent tows on vehicle storage. So there's no discussion about those out here. Item number 20, discussion regarding water and wastewater impact fees.
City Council, as discussed at your previous budget meetings, questions about the rate and amount of the impact fees that the city currently charges was brought up. So I provided you with the 2014 background on how we developed that impact fee. That was in that date. During the development, we came up with a little over $13 million worth of water improvements needed and $7 million worth of sewer improvement needs. And during that 10-year process that you're allowed to look at through state ordinances, we estimated a little over 1,100 new service connections would be served by that $20 million in impact fees. So that gave you an impact fee. It gave you a maximum impact fee that you could charge for a 3/4 inch meter of $3,487. And then the water and sewer impact fee would be just under $2,000. And we do a comparison of all the neighboring cities, and it was decided that we would stay competitive and actually below the adjacent cities. And that's when we recommended the $2,200 for water and sewer impact fees and $1,100 for sewer. So came up that, maybe we're not charging enough for the new properties coming in, we're not being charged enough for that. You have some room in that. We did provide a recent comparison, and then also is still competitive with everybody in all the local cities that we use, which is Anna, Melissa, Salina, Briscoe, and Phoenix. So just wanted to bring that up and make you aware of it. We have to redo the ordinance and pass it. I just wanted to give you, this came up during budget discussions, so wanted to give you a status update on that.
And among those cities, your figures, we come out right about in the middle of those cities, just about the same. They're a little cheaper than they are.
And remember, the impact fee is the water and sewer fund, which includes the 16-inch water line was one of the projects, and then high bursting. So you've already committed and started spending funds on that. And as the new subdivisions come in, new services get added, you're collecting that back. You need that. So that, we've already begun the process. That's where we are right now. And again, this is for your comparison if you want to address the situation before.
Now, that was an item for discussion, not for action. And so next are departmental reports.
Judy?
The library is busy quick because it's a construction until August. We had 13 children programs, 3 adult programs, and 3 adult computer classes. Our door count is covering right around 2,013, 2,453 items circulated in our library last month. The big news we'd like to bring to everybody's attention is, of course, the Principal Library book sale that's coming up in the week of overall. We invite you to join us for preview night. You can join us at the Principal Library here at the door for as low as $5 for an individual membership. That starts at 7 to 9 on Thursday night, the 22nd. And then Friday is all day, 9 to 4, and Saturday from 9 to 2. So we ask you to please come support the library.
Steve?
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Well 6, contractor out making the connection on it. Just to provide more water for the system. Right now, we're struggling a little bit today. Had a couple of wells just getting a little problem. We did smoke testing this week in the city. We found several major defects that allow water to come into the system. We'll be in the process of trying to make some corrections in the next year's budget. We repaired a sewer at Waco Apartments. We had a defect in it, we redone it, and had a year completion. Only had to do the sidewalks and grass. Stone Hollow is a set meter bases, meter boxes, and a sewer connection, and they're waiting on a telephone cable gas before they ever receive them. And also, they're shaking a lot. Public Works has been installed in the last 3 years I've been, almost 4 years I've been here, 954 electronic read meters. We'll start doing our first reading with handheld units this year read this month. We are working, preparing the roadways for the new subdivision and moving the dirt around to get ready to install the roads. And that's all Public Works has. Thanks, Steve.
Lieutenant?
Mayor and Council, for you, I have on our costs for the month of August. For EMS, we had 94 emergencies, 50 non-emergency transfers, total 144. Fire-related calls, we had 23. Hazmat calls, we had 1. And we had 2 fire inspections.
Chief Morris?
Mayor and Council, for the month of August, we had 44 incidents, 801 calls for service, 48 training hours. And unfortunately, on September the 2nd, we had a fatality accident. It was alcohol related due to the individual not having a seatbelt on, 29-year-old from Sherman. I want to remind everybody of October the 4th, National Night Out here in the community center, parking lot, everything's free. Come out and enjoy free food. We'll have a lot of activities for the children. Our communications, we had 911 calls, approximately 161. Calls for service was 1,050. Training hours for communications was 10. And they answered approximately 3,029 calls for service from a non-emergency line. And then training hours from this report was 20. And they closed 298 cases.
Ashley, you have anything? Okay. Jennifer?
The administrative department in the month of August, we answered 1,456 calls in the 23 operating days, responded to 9 requests for public records, and filed 2 administrative plats. We issued 2 commercial permits for mechanical, electrical, signs, demolition, and accepted 1 certificate of occupancy application. Thus far in September, we've accepted 5 certificate of occupancy applications. We have issued 9 residential permits for plumbing, re-roofing, foundation repair, fencing, and accessory structures for a total of 12 permits in August. We accepted and entered 21 new utility accounts, 18 mailing address changes, 1 account transfer, 10 utility account disconnections. We processed 90 purchase orders and issued 64 general fund checks, 51 water fund checks, 3 insurance trust fund checks, 2 court technology fund checks, 1 court security fund check, and 2 S&N Enterprises checks for a total of 123 checks. The Parks and Recreation Board will meet here at the Community Center this Thursday, the 15th at 6:30. A reminder that City Council will hold a special called meeting here on Monday, September 19th at 5 p.m. And the Planning and Zoning Commission will also meet here on Wednesday, September 21st at 6:30.
Just to clarify, Stone Hollow is in the final stages. They expect to build holding permits in the next 30 days or so. DR work is being kicked off. The Cooley Bay Winery out on Cartwright Road has kicked off their construction as they get ready to open up out there. They just had the pre-construction meeting today for the First United Methodist Church. So,
Well, 6.
And well 6, they're proceeding with that. That'll be in connection with the CGMA water. So they anticipate less than 30 days of construction. So hopefully by mid-August or mid-October, we'll have water out of CGMA.
Mayor and Council, working with the Chamber to finalize everything for Falderall. Closure of the road is going to be ideal, same thing we've been doing for the last 4 years. Working with the EDC board, trying to, we have new projects that are coming online that we're discussing, deliberating, see if it's something that the council should consider to partner with. Like Lynn said, Stone Hollow's ready to go. Board's shaping those lots, and they're going to be taking Village Parkway out to Kelly, and finishing up adopting the budget and making everything seamless for 17. Any questions? Thank you.
I want to thank all the city staff for working so hard, and I want to thank Jennifer for putting this complicated agenda together and doing all the work in conjunction with our city attorney to structure some new ordinances that are also kind of complicated. And I noticed, I was looking through our revenues and expenditures, and I noticed departments that are going after grants, and I know that, I hope I don't leave anyone out, but police department, fire EMS, and the library, they get grant money too. And as a matter of fact, the police department, you got what, nearly around $17,000?
Nearly $40,000 over the TCOG grant for handheld radios.
So that contributes a lot to the budget. That's a lot of good work. I appreciate everything.
Just want to give a shout out to the Panthers and Tony coming this weekend. Everybody turn out, see everybody, see all your old friends and all the new Panthers out there at your football.
All right. So that's going to include our regular council agenda, and the time is 7:30. And we are going to, so we're going to adjourn, or recess rather, and go into executive session on part 2 items. Are we going to move into the council part? You're welcome to stay if you like. I'll tell you, we're liable to be in there for 2 hours. It's going to be raining.
Read the executive session language.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm supposed to read this out loud. In accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, in parentheses, open meetings law, the city council may meet in a closed executive session pursuant to applicable laws. All items below for executive session, this is item number 24, all items for executive session pursuant to the following designated sections of the Texas Government Code annotated in subchapter 551. The council will enter into executive session to discuss the following items. Section 551.074, parentheses, personnel matters for annual evaluation of the city manager, and section 551.071, in parentheses, consultation with attorney, regarding small I, enforcement of zoning ordinance, and the city of ordinance, and the code of ordinances, and two I's, in parentheses, dilapidated structures. And so that would be the content of our executive session.
And also items 18 and 19
Oh, that's
from the
right.
regular agenda.
Okay, and I've already read those. Need to read them again?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so we're going to recess into executive session now. Again, it's in executive session, I imagine, by 7:40, and I have no idea when we'll come back out here. Thank you.
Wait on Julie. Yeah, sit in the chair that too long. Sit in that long.
On the list of the library books bill, you said tonight that it starts on Thursday night. When's the book bill? I know you're this meeting. Was that in October?
You said it starts on Thursday.
In October or in September? Okay.
Next weekend, during Balderall.
The one in, I thought, sometimes I thought she said October, and I was like, that's a court day. When are you supposed to be? I'm like,
Are we all set? Kim? Okay. Well, the time, let's adjourn from our closed session from our executive session at 10:55 p.m. The time is now 10:58 p.m. We're reconvening on our regular agenda. And we have two items that for action right now. Item number 18, consider to provide direction and take any action necessary regarding passage of an ordinance amending or repealing ordinance number 776 to clarify procedures and regulations with the towing rotation list system. And we had a number of recommendations that we're going to incorporate into that passage. Okay, to the passage of ordinance number 776. Is there any discussion? Questions? Now, the motion that's required is to recommend passage of 776.
Yes, you could move to approve it as recommended by staff.
So, is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. And a second we have. All in favor? Okay, we have 4 in favor and 1 opposed. Okay. And item number 19, consider, provide direction, and take any action necessary regarding passage of an ordinance repealing ordinance number 777 and amending the city fee schedule adopted by section 2-183 of the Code of Ordinance to adopt tow truck permit application fees and set maximum fees for non-consent tows and vehicle storage. And so the motion will be to repeal ordinance number 777. is that the only motion, or 7077, and to incorporate in a new ordinance the changes that we were recommending?
To amend the fees.
Now, is that going to require a new ordinance number? Because we're repealing 777.
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion.
Do we need to name the fees in the motion?
Say that again?
Do we need to specify the fees in the motion?
Yes. Well, the fees will be the same as allowed by TDLR for private tows, with the addition of $75 per 15-minute increments for vehicles that are off-road, rolled over, and for cleanup of debris.
75 for 50 minutes or 75 an hour?
And that's the application fee,
No, that's the towing fee.
towing fee, sorry.
So with the application fees, that was going to be a different item.
That was the one you just did.
Yeah,
She's got them
It's all
typed in.
It's typed in and sent to Jennifer, the $100 application fee, $200 for 2 of the 4 tow trucks for the permit fee, plus an additional $50 permit fee for each additional truck. And then the towing fee schedule that she just.
Hang on one motion. A second. All in favor? Four in favor, and all opposed, one opposed, and so the motion passes. I think that's everything for this evening, is that right?
Item 26.
Oh, yeah. I'll second that. All in favor? Okay.
Thank you.